Hi, I'm Josh Catalano, and on this series we're going to showcase the perfect Perth lifestyle plus the amazing West Australian produce. So I've gone all out and I've decked out a Hilux with full kitchen utilities. This is the Galleria Toyota Unbreakable Kitchen. So we're down here in Fremantle and we're on the opposite side is the main fishing boat harbour. Now on this side is where all the work actually gets done. The prawn trawlers unload, the octopus pots get unloaded here as well, and also Jim Mendola, the sardines also get unloaded here as well. So, you know, yeah, you're an icon, I think, and I personally think that the Fremantle sardine is probably more iconic than Fremantle lobsters or Fremantle octopus as well. So, you know, you've been fishing sardines longer than I've even been alive. So, you know.
Yeah, we've been doing it a long time, and yeah, sardines has always been regarded as bait, but over the years we've been promoting it. And now...
Well, it's true. As a young kid growing up, we always had these terms of, you know, sardine, muley, pilchard, anchovy. So, you know, tell us, Jim, what is the difference?
Anchovy is what you get on pizza, but that is a fish for salting. And
yeah, I remember my nonno as a young kid growing up sitting on the corner of a bucket, and he was basically filling the anchovies by hand and then sticking them in big buckets of salt.
Yeah.
So, yeah, well, he obviously making pizzas, and that's how he loved to eat them.
Yeah, it's a long process. It takes up to 6 months because you have to press them as well. Yeah.
So you would have caught those anchovies as well in the day.
Yeah, many of them in the old days.
So, I mean, obviously I'm a fishmonger. I know how to scale, gill and gut a fish, but you know, is there a little cheat way or an expert way who's been brought up in the industry on cleaning these?
Of course,
there's more than one way to skin a cat, is that right?
Definitely so.
All right, so you want to demonstrate on how to clean these. I'll take care of the sardine fillets, then I'll start cooking, and then you can finish off and go clean the boat or whatever you need to do at this time of morning, and then we'll eat together. How's that sound?
Sounds great. Perfect.
When it comes to cooking sardines, I like to keep it simple. So we're not going to over marinate or do some crazy things. People always have this idea in their head about the sardine being fishy. You get fishy flavors with fish when it's overcooked. So it's really, really important to understand to not overcook it and to put minimal ingredients with it. So we've got some sardine fillets, which are beautiful, that we're going to cook on the barbecue. We're going to serve them on some flatbread with a little sardine bruschetta, and we're also going to pickle some. It's so easy to pickle that people probably don't understand how easy it is and they never give it a try. So all we're going to do is make a pickling liquid. I've got some red wine vinegar, a little bit of sugar. I've got a little star anise, some white peppercorns, some cloves. And all I'm going to do is bring this up to the boil. When the sugar dissolves, we're going to pour that hot liquid straight over the fillets and they're done. That's how simple it is. And with the whole fish, we're going to pop them onto the barbecue and we're going to grill them whole. Finish off with some fresh parsley and lemon. That's as simple as it needs to be. So let's get cracking. I've got my pot over here cooking. Vinegar in while it's nice and hot and sizzling. We don't need that much. We're really going to do a few fillets. Star anise, clove, some white peppercorns, a little bit of sugar. That's just to balance out the acidity. We don't want, you know, too much vinegar flavour, so it'll sweeten it a little bit and soften it up. And then I'm just going to put in some bit of lemon peel or a little bit of lemon wedge, not too much. That'll bring out some flavour too. Squeeze it in. So as soon as your sugar dissolves and that's boiling away, it's ready to put the natural fillets in. So all you need to do, bowl, sardine fillets in. You want a thin layer, you don't want too much. You need that vinegar to get in between the fish fillets. Flesh side facing up. Season with a little bit of salt. And cracked pepper. So we'll pop them aside till our pickling liquid's ready and we'll start cooking. So we've got the sardines here. All I'm going to do is drizzle of olive oil, Meneghello Estate, Margaret River cold pressed, beautiful oil. Splash it all over all the fish and the fillets. Bit of salt. And cracked pepper. I do that when I'm cooking pretty much any fish. Always season with salt, olive oil and pepper before you even start cooking. Just toss them around Let that natural flavour get all over the fish. So barbecue's nice and hot. I'm going to take my olive oil with me and trusty old paint scraper. And that's all we need. Skin side down first, straight away on the hot plate. Obviously a fish that's this thin is going to take 2 seconds to cook. Last one's ready. And there we have our whole cooked sardines. We've also got our sardine fillets already cooked. Our bread's charred for our bruschettas, and all we need to do now is finish our pickling liquid. So here we go. It's all boiled away. We've got hot liquid straight over those sardine fillets. Like that, and leave that for 10 to 15 minutes and they're ready to go. All we need to do is make sure that those fillets are covered and coated. Already you can see they're starting to change colour, and that's all we're looking for. As soon as they've changed colour to that cooked texture, they're ready to eat. And you'll have this beautiful vinegar flavour, soft, delicate taste of the sardine, and they'll be beautiful. So to plate this one up, we've got a little diced tomato, red onion, some fresh parsley, once again, olive oil, a little bit of salt, the pepper, squeeze of that lemon that we've already cut. Very, very simple salsa. Not too many flavours going on there. Give it a quick mix. We can break up our sardine fillets into halves. You can crumble them up even. Completely up to you. So you break them up into pieces like this. And these bones, people always say that there's fish, sardines have got a lot of bones. They're so fine and they've already cooked, so they'll just melt in your mouth. Although, you know, if you do have a lot, you know, that's probably one of those things. If you go to the pickling one, the acidity should actually cook those little fine bones and you won't even notice them at all. Three very simple recipes in the heart of Fremantle. I call this the heart because this is where the thriving produce comes and gets delivered, and you know, all those flavours come from Fremantle. And here we go, sardines. Thank you, Jim Mendolia. Your sardines have been done justice.